Welcome back to the Schmoedown replay. What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name's Chris Adams.
And I feel like I'm stuck in a thunderstorm or something. That was weird. I don't know. My name's Robert Adams. We're on the third floor of this apartment, and it sounds like that someone just dropped something on the floor above us, but we're on the top floor, so I don't know how the heck that is possible. Anyway, this is going to be that kind of night, y'all. I mean, things are bumping and shaking. We got a cold front coming through Texas, which means we're down to a nice, chilly 98 degrees tonight. So that's how we're going to play this. We're ready to go with this match. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling as good as possible. We got a pretty decent one tonight too. It's
my cat's over here bathing herself as usual. Oh, there she goes. She's like, oh nope, I'm on camera. Getting the heck out of here.
It's gonna be a good match tonight though. We got the one of the last few round one matches. We've got Vinnie, who was in the play-in match with Sabrina, going up against Ethan Erwin, who did not get the chance at the belt. So he's playing in the singles tournament now.
Interesting.
It's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, we should maybe get one of them on here. So, what do you say? Should we get Ethan Erwin or should we get Vinny on here?
I want to talk to Vinny.
Let's go with Vinny. Vinny seems pretty cool. He's usually got a thing of margarita or whatever ready to go. So, welcome to the replay, the one, the only, the Mr. Vinnie Mancuso. How's it going?
Good. I'm glad I couldn't hear all the voices being like, bring on Ethan Erwin. We want Ethan Erwin. But it's just me. It's just the old ice pick, and I'm here. I actually don't have a margarita, unfortunately. I just moved, and I didn't bring my blender, which was a huge, I should have packed that first. That's my entire identity in Schmoedown. I am nothing. Right. I am nothing without the thing. Although somebody did point out in the chat today that I'm often drinking a non-blended margarita in a blender, which, listen, man, you work with what you got. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So real quick, I have a background of selling appliances, and one of the ones that we always used to sell was that Margaritaville thing that South Park just completely.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Which was a great, it's a fantastic margarita blender.
Yeah.
The problem with it is it needed to have some kind of internal cooling system that would keep it frozen.
Huh.
Otherwise, it's just like a regular blender. You blend a margarita, and then after a minute, it looks like.
Yeah. The only time I've ever actually blended it for a match was in my first tag team match, and in the studio, it melted in 2 seconds, and it was just disgusting, toilet water the entire match. And I also accidentally bought sugar-free margarita mix for that match. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but every time I sip it, I'm just because it was sewer water by round 2. So never ever buy sugar-free margarita mix if you're going to be doing movie trivia, or ever.
So that's a pro tip right there.
Yeah. That actually leads me to a kind of a question we have for you, as far as this interview style thing goes.
For sure.
The margaritas that you drink out of the blender, are they actually alcoholic? Are you actually?
Yes. So this is my number one thing that I want to clear up. I want to clear the air. There is alcohol in those margaritas. Not a lot, because there's a normal amount of alcohol in them. Because have you ever just drank margarita mix? It's disgusting. It's actually less distracting if there's alcohol in it. And I mean, I don't drink the whole thing. I don't finish it during the match, so I'm not getting wasted. But there is alcohol in there. I know there's no way I can prove that to anyone out there, but take my word for it. There's alcohol in there.
There's no reason to lie about it. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. Who am I trying to impress on the internet?
I know you worked at Collider Studios, which is what used to be the home of Schmoedown. It's unfortunately it's no longer going to be there once Schmoedown goes back to the studios. In fact, from what I've heard, even Collider is probably no longer even there now.
There is a Collider.com, which is where I work now.
Yeah.
But our video, it was pretty rough, and it's kind of a huge bummer. And I know that everybody in the Schmoedown community is probably well aware of what happened, and it wasn't great. But Collider does still exist as a website, because that's why I still work there. I'm a writer. I was only on some of the videos just because of because I lived in LA at the time, and because I knew Perry, and I knew Haley, and I knew Christian and all them at the time. But Collider does exist. But you're right, the studio unfortunately, rest in peace, is no longer, which is a bummer because the studio was the best, and I will miss the studio.
It had a really nice setup to it. And one of the things I liked was like the little kitchen area that had like on top of the fridge was like every bottle of anything you could think of, pretty much.
Yeah,
so.
Which is just like, honestly, it was so. I just remember walking into the studios for my first day of like work. Like I worked there, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see my office, and it's actually just this. Like you've been like, it's just a warehouse, and like I turned to my right, and like there's a cardboard cutout of The Rock, and like there's no desks or anything. It's like this. It feels like you're in like this industrial space, and then like right at the back there's this very professional filming studio. It was a very unique place, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm excited to see where they start filming once, whenever that is, 2025, whenever we're allowed to leave our homes again. I'm excited to see what they do, but I'm also really pumped that they were able to figure this out. Like all props to Christian and company, because I just assumed we wouldn't be doing matches, but they really pulled it together.
It's true. Yeah, I want to come from a standpoint, like as somebody who like watched a lot of Collider's content, watched Schmoedown for a while. The fact that when we were able to actually go up to the studio and this fool was able to actually be in a match, like just being there and being able to be in the studio was like kind of cool. Hey, I've seen this place. This is cool.
It's a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller than you.
It is,
especially the Collider live room.
Yeah, the Collider live room is a closet with some drapes on it. I've only done like a few podcasts in there, but I mean, they did a really good job of like tricking it out. Like it doesn't, the production value there was great. It's just when you see it, and it's just like, oh, well, that's disappointing. It's not disappointing because I don't know. There was something about the studios that was just so professional and clean and sleek. The production values there were amazing, and I'm very excited to see what Christian puts out whenever he does.
Yeah, and then as far as like, again, you were talking about like what they've been able to pull out with these like virtual matches and everything. This whole thing's been fantastic, and I don't know. I just love like kind of.
I thought I would never play again this season. Like I was like, okay, cool. I got one team match in, lost, and then that's it. And especially because I lived in LA for a little bit. And then I was kind of holding out hope to get like one more round of tapings in before I left. Nobody did because the world ended. And then I moved out of there and I was okay, I'll probably not do the Schmoedown again until whenever. But then they started doing these online things. And it's like, I feel like more people can do the Schmoedown now than ever. Because like, Paul Young lives in Hawaii. They just need to bring him on to the thing. Like a bunch of people live on the East Coast. I live in New Jersey. If you can't tell by my name, I live in New Jersey. And it's cool. It's cool because I really thought I wasn't gonna be able to participate. I've heard it before. I've definitely heard it before.
I wasn't gonna do that. So make sure that you.
But mine is with an.
I'm your favorite brother.
Mine with an IE. I feel like people in the Schmoedown, they're always spelling it wrong. I feel like they released. Oh my god! They released the tournament bracket. And my name was spelled wrong. And I was like, I guess that's how the Schmoedown thinks of me. I didn't even put my name right in the thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they spell it with the Y. Yeah.
They do. Yeah. I was very vocal about it. I was like, oh, great. Can't wait to see how that guy does.
Vinny with the Y is your character. IE is the Vinny.
Exactly. Real Vinny is IE. Exactly.
With the sunglasses and margarita.
And we're very different people. Yeah, that's, I honestly have no idea how we got to that point, but yeah, what we were saying is it's really cool what they were able to pull out, and it's really cool to just like I can talk to people about the Schmoedown anywhere. I'm just on a balcony in Jersey City. You guys are in Texas, and we can watch this match together. It's a beautiful thing amidst the absolute worst situation of all time.
Yeah, I know for your last match, the play-in match, you were going up against Sabrina Ramirez, which that one was dependent on who was going to win the throwdown like the 2 days before that was filmed.
Yeah.
So that was like everyone had to be like on call and ready depending on what the ending of that match, the throwdown, how that turned out. Then you had to pick up a phone like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
It was wild, man. We were me and my girlfriend had a very busy Saturday planned at IKEA because we were moving, and I had to tell her, I was like, listen, if this guy wins, meaning Ethan Erwin, I was like, I gotta do this thing tomorrow. So she was like screw that guy. Like, she became like the biggest Dan Burrow fan all of a sudden. She was like, no, she has no idea who either of those guys are, but she's like, this guy's got to win. So he won, and it was wild though, because really I was obviously preparing, but and Sabrina would probably tell you the same thing, but we got the word, and it was like 2 days, and we were filming.
Yeah, she was like, I want my IKEA trip. Dang it!
She was like, I was like, listen, I'll have to do it, and she was like, no, you won't. She was like, that guy has to win, and it was crazy because it went to overtime, and I was just like, I'm sorry. I was like, I was like apologizing for how good the match was. Like, I was like, look, I'm sorry. It doesn't usually take this long. Like, I thought it would be over by now. It was like 11:30 at night too. Yeah, it was a very stressful Friday night, and I'm very happy that Dan won.
The rest of us are sitting on the edge of our seat, stressed out, like how the match is going, and you're like, am I going to IKEA or not?
Yeah, no, legitimately, I was like, oh my god, we've scheduled out this time to go to IKEA. I can't just suddenly like do this now. And it also would have sucked because like I would have had to do the match in like 12 hours. I would have to like go to bed and then do the match. And I don't know. I feel like because Dan won, I was a little bit more ready for it. And I mean, I'm sure Sabrina would tell you the same thing. We were both just like, we'll do it. Wish I had a little bit more time to prepare, but it is what it is. We were just happy. I mean, I can't speak for her, but I was just happy to be a part of it because I just want to play more matches. I was so bummed when the season was about to end. I was like, I just want to play like at least one more time.
Yeah. So you won that match, and now I don't know why I'm hearing an echo of me. But you won that match, so now you get to play Ethan Erwin.
Yeah, my big prize was getting to play probably the best player going right now. I mean, on pure knowledge, I feel like he's probably the best. Dan is Dan.
All the play-in matches, all of y'all, which all the play-in matches have all been rookies.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're getting rookies coming in, going because of the way seeding works. You're going straight up against like one of like the toughest of tough.
Yeah,
I mean the Schmoedown.
I was talking to Kaiser about it, and I was like, on one hand, you know, it sucks, just because it's clearly tough. But I was like, normally I'd have to wait like 2 years to play someone like Ethan Erwin. Like because of the tournament, I just get to play Ethan Erwin. I was like, that's cool. I'm curious to see how I do. It's a bummer to have that challenge so quick, but like, I mean, how many people can say they even played Ethan Erwin? So I was like, listen, what if like I was like the next step is what if I beat Ethan Erwin? So it was just like it just became, it was like steps. I was like, okay, get the play-in match, win that. Oh crap, I have to play Ethan Erwin. Oh crap, I get to play Ethan Erwin. What if I beat Ethan Erwin? Like it was all. And by the time I got to the match itself, I was like shockingly confident. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to beat Ethan Erwin. So when I went into the match, I was confident that I was going to beat Ethan Erwin.
Yeah. So real quick, we got Tyler in the chat saying, "Sup, Vinny?
Sup, rocking movies with Tyler, my dude."
So yeah, typically we would ask this at this point, be like, "So, Chris, who do you got in this match?"
Be honest. It's okay.
Here's the thing.
Listen, based on strength of record, scientifically, he has.
You would go with Ethan. Yeah, Ethan has the veteran. It's being a veteran. I'm trying to make up my own word again, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, the answer is Kaiser's going to win all of our hearts. That's
yeah. Kaiser's going to win the promo. So Ethan has the skill for it, but the thing is I don't believe I will ever discount the rookies coming in and just because you could at any given time have a rookie that just comes in like let's say Paul Oyama. Paul Oyama came in and just like went running on his rookie season. Yeah. He came in and just ran the table every single match, all the way up to getting the belt from Dan. So I'm not completely against that. And given your history, like say working for Collider, you've been in this area for a very long time as well. In movie news, having to pay attention to movies and stuff for your work. Therefore, that's kind of something I would be like, okay, so I would say younger and a lot of movie knowledge. I wouldn't discount you as well. So
yeah, I mean, I kept trying to stress to people, and I've been trying to stress this since I came to the league. There's no reason why any rookie can't beat anybody who's been in the league. Like, there's this mindset that just because you've been doing it longer, you're like automatically going to win. There's no on any given day, a rookie can beat anybody. So it was just I don't know. I was trying to stress that. Like people were like, looking over this match. I was like, I think I can do it. Like I'm pretty sure I can beat this guy. And there's no reason I can't. I know a lot about movies. My job is to watch movies. So I thought that it wasn't as much of a given as people thought it would. And I get why they did, because, he's Ethan Erwin. But, like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I was just like, listen, don't count me out immediately.
No. Let's get into this match.
Yeah, let's jump on in here.
Play that. MovieFanobi wants to know, did quarantine or Schmoedown lead you to the Mohawk, Vinny?
The quarantine. I 100% was living alone during a worldwide pandemic in California and was a little intoxicated and was like, what if I got a Mohawk? And I gave myself a Mohawk. And then when I was doing the first playing match, I was like, oh, sick, perfect. So it was. I wish I could say it was a character decision, but it was like a poor personal
welcome back to the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
But it works. I'm probably gonna get rid of it soon. But
left in the first round of
Adams v Mohawk.
And joining me,
honestly, I recommend.
MovieFanobi always wants to pit me and my brother together.
How are you?
I honestly listen, guys. If you're ever thinking of a change, I don't hate it. Like, it's versatile. You can spike it up. You can spike it down. Who do you
play with?
Exactly, yeah. And who do you have to impress when you're in quarantine? You're just yourself, and I like it.
But Christian, Vinnie Mancuso,
I didn't know Otho had a last name.
For all of his shirtless, sleeveless ability. We do know
I thought Otho just was like a one name like Beyonce or Madonna.
I honestly respect in the world to Marks just deep pulls of names, because like half the time I don't even know who it is. Like if they ask me, if one of the questions was who is Mark's name, I'd probably not get it.
Match against Sabrina Ramirez.
That's my girlfriend's parents' spare bedroom in the background. If you want a little behind the scenes thing, that's where they keep all their trash and stuff. And they were there. My girlfriend's parents were downstairs. My girlfriend was there. Yeah, I was like, "What's the sloppiest room you have?" And they're like, "That one." I was like,
and it's a chance for him to prove it. We don't know yet. He's just started. Normally, in the way that the season goes, he would build his way up to an Ethan Erwin, the way you would in a video game. You don't just go to the big boss, but in the Ultimate Schmoedown, it is all hands. You're just ready to go. Gloves are off, and it's time to scrap.
All hands. Exactly, everyone's throwing hands
here today, because if Vinny can pull this off,
proverbially speaking,
one of the bigger upsets.
Have there been like any huge upsets this year? I'm thinking of like.
Not poor.
Like
the Perry versus Mike Kalinowski was pretty big.
I feel like people were sleeping on Perry. Like me, she that's her job, man, to talk about movies.
Up until now, I would say Ace's entire run in the Star Wars division has all been upsets.
Yeah,
Chance had some good ones in IG as well.
He's so good. That wasn't even it's never really surprising when Chance wins, because he's just so good.
Totally prepared for it. Was I totally prepared to face John Roca? Were you totally prepared to face Sam Levine? Was Andrew Guy ready to face Dan Murrell? We've seen upsets happen before. When you come across Behemoth Christian, the best thing you can do is bring your wits, your knowledge, and maybe if you're.
I would say Andrew Guy was definitely ready to face Dan Murrell.
Yeah,
the whole time they're doing this, you're like in the backstage of StreamYard down below, just watching this.
Yeah, just listening to them talk about me. The entire, not to pull the curtain too far back, but the entire Schmoedown experience is like one of the weirdest things I've ever done in my life already. And then to do the digital version is like 10 times weirder. So I'm just like sitting backstage in StreamYards wearing a cut off vest, like holding a margarita and like looking at myself
in this tournament.
Like weighing every decision that led me to that point in my life. And then like you're on camera and you're like, oh, look, I have to be somebody I'm not. It's a very strange thing. But honestly, God bless Nerd Chronic for piling together these like random things, cell phone videos he gets, and like every promo is incredible. Like it's I'm always impressed. Like he can just carve a story out of nothing. So
100%. Yeah, he's killing it.
We'll get 6 points right off the bat.
And like it's never not fantastic. Like the dude just pumps them out. They're professional quality. Like
we'll see what happens.
I've only met him once, and he's like the most unassuming dude I've ever met in my life. You would never know he's like the heart and soul of the Schmoedown. So nothing but props for him. Nothing but props for the question writers. PJ's the best.
I think it's always
PJ's the only other person I've ever met who's like still obsessed with the band Coheed and Cambria. So we bonded over that real quick. I was like, holy crap. After high school, I've never met somebody who still loves his band. So yeah, PJ's the man.
Yeah, also PJ and Eric are like two of the most like kindest, like most encouraging dudes I've met. So
just great dudes.
Speaking of Eric.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm thrilled to have him in the tournament because he is gonna mow through that thing like it's nobody's business. Well, I guess I owe everyone in the Schmoedown singles tournament an apology. Ethan's journey begins here.
Ethan Erwin reasserted his dominance as one of the top players in the game today as far as the singles league goes.
To have his last two matches go into sudden death overtime and go many questions deep into that, let there never, ever, ever be a question of the caliber of player that Ethan Erwin is.
Is it intimidating to go up against him, or do you think this could be the one that really breaks you out for you to make the move?
Well, I'll look him up. Do you know how boring you people are with all your opinions? I don't know if the Ice Pick can beat Sabine Ramirez. I don't know if Kaiser even has a rookie that can win a game. So yeah, why not just be wrong again by saying that there's no chance I can beat Ethan Erwin?
Because he's a giant player. You saw what Oyama did to Merle last year. I'm expecting the same thing from a guy who goes by the name the Ice Pick.
The Ice Man, he's the Ice Pick, he's the Ice something.
I feel bad, I really do. Vinnie Mancuso, he won a play-in match. So sorry to let him know that he is just the tiniest little speed bump.
Last season, he was good, but he wasn't great. Now, again, he is great.
Because he's a former champion, I should just say, thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Erwin, and then just roll over. I'm not like these other rookies. Just, I'm a guy in a graphic t-shirt, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm here to win.
Look, he's new on the scene, and yes, we were all rookies once. I was a rookie once. Rich Cushing was a rookie once. So maybe he's got what it takes to beat me, but I don't see how.
Vinny the Ice Pick also remodels bathrooms. Look at that. Guy did all this nice work.
I'm not happy to be playing Ethan Erwin. I'm excited to beat Ethan Erwin.
Vinny, congrats on your win. I really hope that you've been able to enjoy it because today, Ethan begins a massacre.
Good stuff.
Once again.
Yeah, once
Wow.
again.
Yeah, there you go. Yodi for Chronic.
Yeah.
And since he's in California.
Chronic.
It's perfectly legal.
And that's what we thought it would be. You know, you have Kaiser.
It's nice to know that you do such a good job of remodeling hotel bathrooms.
Yeah, no, I'm finally glad I got a shout out for my actual skill. I didn't come into this to like do trivia. I came in to remodel Collider's bathroom and I just started doing this.
If you will, and Sam.
Yeah, that is
a
great view of New York from where you're at.
I do love it, man.
Mr. Kaiser.
I'm paying for the view. The apartment's very small, but there's a view, so it's like, I'll take it. But yeah, no, it's. I feel very lucky. It makes me look cooler than I actually am when I'm bummed I didn't get to do the match with it. I just had to
Ethan Erwin
find another spare bedroom to do it in.
On big time,
which I did.
And guy obviously in the team's tournament, but that loss sometimes against Dan Merle, sometimes a loss like that can put competitors back. Other times it really motivates them. I believe we're on the side of
in a hotel in Las Vegas, in case you were wondering.
I mean, look,
and has been for like 2 weeks.
So in a championship match in sudden death on what question?
Like when he's like losing his mind during a promo, he's actually going.
better way to lose.
That's his like way of like relaxing because I think
Yeah, this is
Wasn't
really.
it KO? Wasn't it
I don't know too much. I
Wasn't
think he's like he was like
missed
doing
his
like some kind of like
500 in. He
production
doesn't-
or
they
something
went to the
Yeah.
out there, I
wire and
guess.
I mean,
beyond.
God
But-
bless him.
So there's no question.
So
in
nothing
my mind,
against
in my
Sam
mind,
here, but why
that-
would you
that
name
something
yourself
other than
Spider Rico?
top
If you look back at all the Rocky opponents,
Oh,
Spider
man.
Rico is one of the ones I wouldn't want to be named
There are
after.
so many options,
all
and
the
you go
heat,
with Spider
all the
Rico.
momentum from how well
Yeah.
Underlips. Go with Underlips.
rolling it right out.
Oh yeah, Thunderlips would be awesome.
And to counter that
I
garbage,
changed
though,
my thing to
when you
Thunderlips.
look at what Fun
I was thinking about doing it too.
and
I just don't want to accidentally leave the
seem
studio.
to have continued
I'll
on
figure
that
it out.
fun freewheeling lifestyle.
Oh, you just
I think that
you just
that
click
rock and
the.
roll element, that devil may
Oh,
care
hell yeah.
attitude, is actually perfect
Hell
for a guy like Vinnie Mancuso.
yeah.
Not only come in and play well in the tournament, but pull an upset over the very focused, the very prepared
Right.
Ethan Erwin.
Vinny doesn't even know who Ethan Erwin is.
Fantastic.
Disclosure. He's just doing this to pick up.
Hold
chips.
on, hold on.
So
I'll
you know,
fix
I'm not
this
gonna
one.
come in here today, and I'm not going to badmouth Ethan, Big Gulp Erwin, or I'm not going to badmouth
Here we go.
Sam.
It's the third. Hell yeah.
The Schmoedown.
We're doing it. Fantastic.
So Sam's one of the he's one of the inglorious bastards. That's like better than winning an Academy Award. As far as I'm concerned. And Ethan, I mean, he's got a Darwin Award, right? For consuming the most Elmer's glue in a cubicle. So, you know, you don't take these knuckleheads lightly, but
I got nothing.
Kaiser knows what the Darwin Awards are for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or he knows exactly what they're for, and he's just really good at comedy.
Blue dude.
I don't know. I will never ever know a single word that's about to come out of Kaiser's mouth. Like standing next to him when he's just like,
one of your checks, one of your royalty checks, Levine, from 8 is Enough.
You know,
That's why I got sent to my house.
he's
But-
always really good at giving other people like jobs. He just makes up like, hey, that.
No way. Did we actually get back?
You're back.
Are we?
We're still live, so no bad words. But dang it, that sucked.
Wow. Hold on.
That
was crazy.
I didn't know if I was frozen. I didn't know if you were frozen.
All power just like completely went out in this apartment. Yeah, I've always wondered what would happen if that was to happen during one of our live streams. I just wasn't hoping it.
I guess
to happen tonight.
Yeah, I guess you just found out. Happy to be the test subject.
Yeah, which is weird because we've had storms all day. We have a cold front coming in, like I mentioned at the top of this, and we've had storms, electrical storms. I work for a cable company in this area, so I've had people all day coming in because lightning hit their house or a pole and it fried their cable equipment. So this is what I've been dealing with all day when we have storms like this. And I was like, oh, I hope this never happens to us while we're live. Well, sure enough.
Should have knocked on wood.
Luckily, it didn't knock out like the modem and router. So happy about that.
It took like 5 minutes. It was nothing. You guys are back. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah. So give it a minute while we pull up the yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you have that right back? Give me 1 second. Let me check a couple of more things real quick.
It restarted exactly where we left off.
Nice. Yeah. Hold on.
It's as if it never happened.
Yeah, forget that. Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, I'm glad about that because it would have been fun to either have to restart the whole thing or try to do a part 1 and part 2.
Say the exact same thing we said about the first ever match. Yeah.
Do what?
I love this freeze frame of Kaiser. Looking like a man who's truly lost his mind. I love that man.
Anyways, like I was saying before the world ended on our end, that Kaiser's always really good at giving other people jobs.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm actually really surprised I remember this.
So, honestly, if you splice that together, it would be seamless. Literally,
pretty much
mid-sentence. Yeah.
I saw, if anyone's familiar with the, I think it's the Liberty Mutual commercials. The dude that drives around with the emu. And the guy's like, he's got like the microphone. He's like, only pay for what you use or whatever. That's Kaiser. That looks like exactly like Kaiser.
That sounds correct to me. Honestly, that's just his brain is just always like doing promos in his head. I feel like I feel like he just like spurts out the best stuff eventually. Yeah, he's one of a kind as well.
Anyway, so I saw him and the other day, and I was like, yeah, it looks like Kaiser.
I'll look it up because
yeah, I'm actually trying to see if I can find.
Oh, really?
Oh, there we go. Let me see if I can do.
Are you trying to share it
on the screen?
Yeah,
put it right directly next to Kaiser. Oh, is that what's his name? The accuracy is absurd.
It is.
That's incredible. Yeah, he just looks like a salesman of some sort, and you're like not sure what, but you know he's selling it to you. Like you're just like, what is the scheme here? He's great. He's great. He's the best. He's my favorite dude in the world.
Anyways, let's get back to a Schmoedown episode.
Yep. So
before the power goes out again.
Anyway.
We almost lost the stream, but to that I say, well,
exactly.
He's got a Darwin Award, right?
There we go. Right back at
the
it.
most Elmer's glue in a cubicle. So you don't take these knuckleheads lightly. But
I don't think Kaiser knows what a Darwin Award is.
Wait, it doesn't matter.
Did you get any response to that?
Seamless.
Whatever that was.
I feel like I've been here before.
Glue, dude?
Is this a Denzel Washington movie?
No, this is the plot of Tenet.
This is one of your checks.
I think. Haven't seen it.
Levine from 8 is enough. I don't know why.
Where's that black cat from Matrix?
I'd be happy to put it in the mail for you.
Yeah.
You can hang on to that. Those are down.
I got a white cat somewhere. I don't know what a white cat means.
Manhattan fan, so I just might.
All right, let's put you both in the waiting room at the moment, and we are going to now.
Hey, huge shout out to those of us
those
watching in the chat
Yeah, keep it in there
that
for a
like
while.
stuck it
I
out
wasn't
through
ready,
that
Christian, but
because
then
I
at the
can't
last
wait to go
second,
back and
guys are coming
rewatch
up
that
big,
little
and
bit
Big Van Patten
once
I
this is
think I'm
done.
pretty sure I
All
was
through
just
the
doing this for a while to see if I was still there. Listen, man. That's what happens when we're live.
Introducing first, representing the dungeon.
So basically, Vinny was running the entire Cinefanatics
Yeah, I
channel.
was like,
just on
welcome back.
This is Vinnie, the Ice Pick Mancuso.
Man, he can really hold a syllable.
So that is my parents' spare room.
Where are the broadcasting from today?
I just go to people's spare rooms that are like the trashiest I can find.
Fair enough. All right,
And,
so Vinny,
yeah,
you are
that's
going
my
up here
dad's
against
Fiddler on the
Ethan
Roof
Big
poster
Time
in the
Erwin, who's a
background.
former champion.
Oh, I love that musical.
Yeah, it's one of the ones. He's a director, and he directed this. I was like, sure, throw it in back. Doesn't matter.
And it was down to the wire. Do you watch matches like that? Do you know?
So
what
you
Ethan
didn't
is
shave your
capable
legs
of?
that day?
I have not. No,
it's been quarantine, man.
I did wear my finest jorts.
Well, you know, I said I'd look him up.
As you should.
I forgot to look him up. I'll probably look him up after the match, see what his deal is. But no, I mean, what? Everyone keeps asking, "Are you intimidated? Are you scared?" What? There's no reason to be intimidated. There's no reason to believe that I can't beat this guy.
That wasn't the sugar-free.
There is no
No, that was some good stuff.
You mentioned,
It's a
Mount
bigger
Rushmore.
margarita mix.
You ever been to Mount Rushmore? It's just rocks. It's boring.
We had a power outage, Garth. So
perfect timing.
Perfect
timing.
Here, but Vinny, as far as you instilling
You'd think
fear
we live in
in
California.
you really embracing
So-
the ice element
So
of
you should
your
absolutely pay
character.
attention
So
to what
if
I'm
you
about
had
to
compare
say.
yourself
It
to
comes
another
back
movie
very
character
dramatically.
who uses Cold on their side, Iceman from Top Gun,
This is
Brian
awful.
Bosworth from Stone Cold, the Undead Snowman, and Jack Frost. Who would you say you are, and why does that put fear in the heart of anyone you face in the movie Trivia Schmoedown?
I would say I'm Elsa from Frozen, which I assume Big Time has not seen.
So just keep that in mind.
There's gonna be a Frozen question later.
Just keep that in mind. Stick it in the back, and we'll discuss it later.
The guy's not scared. He is not scared.
Can I forecast the future? What's the name of the girl with the ice powers in Frozen? I don't know.
It's not that bad, but man, we'll get to it later. We'll get to it later.
Okay.
With a record of 10 wins, 5 defeats, and
You know, that's actually a really good name for a show.
Blackout with Vinny. I love that, man. I am gonna be on Late Night with Gucci and Kaiser this Friday, and I assume we're all just gonna get wasted. So
That's basically blackout. Yeah.
That's gonna be Blackout with Vinny.
Yeah, you're gonna get wasted and shirtless. That's how it happens.
Usually one or the other.
Start working on those pecs. Get ready for that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be on Bobby Gucci levels, but I'll try and get there.
We'll do a naming contest.
No on Bobby Gucci. Bobby Gucci's not on Bobby Gucci.
All right, so Ethan, that match against Dan Merle was one of the better matches we've seen all season, maybe ever in championship caliber. And I don't know. I mean, I know you're a competitive guy, and I don't know if a loss always stings, but when you play that way,
I'm so jealous that he's a figure. It's so dope.
Yeah, like the Ethan Erwin Migo figure.
No one
It's intimidating that he has his own figure.
I wish the chips fell the other way. Sure.
I think that was
But, you know,
his wife made that, which is
about that. I felt,
Fair
know,
enough.
it didn't.
It's legit.
very creative.
The New York Times did. And yeah, no, it was invigorating, and I'm excited to get right back in it. I'm excited to.
The only thing I think it's missing, it needs like a pull string in the back that when you pull it, it plays the TURTLE power.
Even 2 questions. You can choose which one you want
Because
to
we
answer.
never have enough of that song in our lives. I need more partners in crime with a K
You hear the
and a Y.
10-5 record. So, what is the one thing that you take from all that experience into a match like this?
3 Avengers have called me, and the experience is, you know.
How, Garth? How do you think this stuff up? Let's just be honest.
I love that.
Yeah, but I also look at the other side, and there have been 5 defeats.
Hey,
and,
Jake Berlin from Certain Point of View.
I just
Joining
followed
us.
that. I just followed that guy on Twitter
I was
like
working
10 minutes ago.
was a rookie. So,
I hope he followed me back.
You never know what you're going to sing. You never know what questions you're going to get. So I have to.
Wait, that reminds me.
I'm not like resting. I have to play like I played against it.
All right, well, Ethan Erwin.
You can't wait till we have another power outage to do that. I mean, like you have to do it on camera.
I would have never known. I would have never known.
Competitor is back, and
we got a follower.
A notification. Look at that.
Round one involves 8 questions. Corner the movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Every question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round at number 1 anyway. As soon as we ask the question, you have 15 seconds. Right then.
I like that there's nights where you're like so like kind of like bummed out with work, and then we get to come home and do this, and it's so much fun.
Honestly, this has been like my biggest like socialization during all of this. Like anytime I'm like, oh, do you want to come on my show? I'm like, yes, please. I need to talk to somebody.
Well, that's what I was asking, trying to get to earlier. Is that your match with Sabrina? You went on C2A. We had Sabrina on our show that night. Like, this is like doing like the press junket for the Schmoedown.
Yeah. This is
you go
C2A. This is the third time I've watched this match, and fourth if you count living it.
So yes, if you'd like to play along, like we're about to.
Do I have a writing utensil? I don't know
you don't have to play along.
Oh, thank you.
Bibiani did, but that's because Bibiani likes to have
Bibiani.
Bibiani things.
One in the realm of action adventure. Who plays James Bond in Tomorrow Never Dies?
Christian.
Yes.
Recall, would I be accurate in saying
is that I before E except after C on this one?
No.
Only when you're spelling my name.
Didn't just call me.
3, 2.
I've actually never.
Ethan.
I think it is I before E. Yep.
Yes. And Vinny?
Pierce Brosnan.
Tie game.
I look like I almost did it like in the same like font as Ethan. Ethan Erwin's handwriting font.
He has impeccable handwriting. I have a writing of a child, and I've been told that.
Of the 2006
I definitely do too.
Jones sequel, in which Bridget discovers that she is pregnant.
I don't know why I know this.
At Rotten Tomatoes, the best Bond.
I've never seen any of the Bridget Jones movies.
Correct.
Same.
I don't really have an interest in watching them. I heard they're good. They look quirky, but
I like Renee Zellweger fine, but
yeah.
And please.
My answer is either right or it's a hot take.
Bridget Jones's baby.
Yes, Ethan.
Oh,
so there's a rush of adrenaline. I was like, all I have to do is like get up. Nice.
Ethan Erwin.
I put Edge of Reason for some reason. I don't know.
That's one of them. That's one of them. But yeah, this is I was like, I just got to get up on him like once,
3 billboards,
and then I'll win.
Missouri.
Hey, sometimes you need to get that first punch to wake you up, but
because I just like assumed I would have been behind the entire time.
I did watch that. I don't know if it was 89 though. You might be right.
I liked this movie.
I think it was 95.
That was good.
Yeah, this was a good one.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens
I
down.
actually probably need to rewatch it now.
Francis McDormand.
Yes, Vinny.
Francis McDormand.
Vinny's still perfect as we get
Francis McDormand. Oh yeah, don't you know?
One of our tech crew looks up.
You betcha.
The best in the game.
In the
Oh
world
yeah.
of movies. Your
Oh
question.
yeah.
Kim Basinger won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role in what 1997?
Made up that time.
How to say this? Passenger.
Whatever.
It's a Family Guy joke.
It's fine. And
I don't know why I always like start writing big words in the middle of the board.
Crime movies. Kim Basinger won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role.
It's funny because I've never written like this ever. Like I grip it and I like that's not how I write. It's like an anxiety thing. Like I'm wielding a friggin' like a wand.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Doing like a Harry Potter spell.
5, 4, PJ. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, please. And Vinny.
This is the Once Upon a Time in America.
No, it is not.
Correct. Ethan to tie the game.
LA Confidential.
That is correct.
I'm so mad I got that wrong. I know that answer.
LA Confidential.
That's such a. As soon as he said crime, for some reason, the only movie I could think of was that one.
Actor plays the brother, a mute space alien that
What? This is an insanely hard question.
What?
1984.
What?
This is a 5-point question. It's insane. It's
What
insane.
is this?
Island. And maybe
I don't know what I did to BJ
Knee
to spite him
while you
to
were
put this in round 1.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a random DCEU actor. Got it.
I guess that's context, so it's round 1. But man, that's a tough question.
I'm
And
throwing a random guess out there.
And guess what? Ethan gets it.
Who?
Joe Morton
takes the lead.
Oh, I said Willem Dafoe.
I said Ezra Miller.
I wrote
Ezra Miller wasn't even born yet.
Oh, 84. I didn't even catch the 84 part. You're right.
I wrote Ciarán Hinds, which was the best guess.
That's a good one. That's a good guess too.
It was wrong. It was wrong.
Starting the way sub, Whoopi Goldberg, Breckin Meyer, and John Cleese.
Yep.
Oh.
They've asked about this one before.
Yeah.
It is a great movie. I love this movie.
Congratulations for asking a question like that.
Dang it, Ethan.
We just read the stuff. But there we go.
4, 3.
It's kind of a remake of It's a Mad World.
Which I almost wrote, but it was like, there's no way they would make you write all that in 15 seconds. Like that's just not fair.
Rat Race.
Correct. Correct.
Thriller.
Mm.
Who directed Eddie Murphy in the 1995
Oh, jeez.
Vampire in Brooklyn?
This is a good question. I really like this question.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like,
wait, why am I blanking on his last name?
Yeah, it wasn't right.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
5, 4.
It's one of those you don't hear the first name without saying the last name. Like there's no other person except for like the guitarist from Limp Bizkit.
Wes Craven.
Okay. So
Wes Craven.
That's not what I got.
With 6. And Vinny
Wouldn't expect you to get that.
Don't worry about it.
it's not a great movie, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah,
But a
horror.
good question. But a good question.
I think it's very clear to everybody watching horror is not my strength.
Drawn with a hand or on a keyboard. Your question: which Disney animated film has a prince?
Yep.
Tell you what, Vampire in Brooklyn does have though one of the best sidekicks in movie history. Kadeem Hardison, always great.
Oh yeah, Kadeem Hardison's always a great sidekick in anything.
Frozen.
No, Kadeem Hardison was not in Frozen.
No, shut up.
Sleeping Beauty. Not Sleeping Beauty.
Not Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, I'm so mad. That's when I'm like.
It is The Little Mermaid.
I'm so mad I got that wrong because like.
Get to round number 2.
I know that answer, man. I was like raised in the '90s. I was raised on those movies. Like it's such a bummer.
The managers in to listen to
There's a way to remember this, and this is going to break kind of the family structure of our channel here a little bit. But Eric sounds like Iraq, and therefore you think of Little Mermaid.
You're going to hear 4 questions.
Oh yeah, because of the priest. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, why would that make
the priest or the tower? Either
that needed way more context. And I was like, okay, whatever.
But the problem with that is that if you're gonna say that, that means that we're gonna have all kinds of weird thoughts in our head.
Now we're all on
chronic.
we're all on a list now too. But I'll never forget that now. I will never forget that answer now. That's not leaving my brain.
We've been to Nerd Chronic's house twice. That's probably never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
You guys are not allowed over. I saw that. It was weird.
Talk to Ethan starting now.
Oh, the reactor crossover thing.
You missed one, and I thought.
Oh no, I didn't.
That's what I wrote down, so it's fine.
Yeah, I figured it is.
So I
man, you've got a 2-point lead, and you're.
I was like happy about 5 to 7. I was like my big worry was like just getting absolutely annihilated from the first like get go, and the fact that I was up for like a hot second.
That's
like
a little bit,
a confidence booster. Like I feel like going in, I was like, just don't get like destroyed.
So,
yeah,
that's the goal.
And now
we've mentioned this before, but
here is the first spin.
round 1 is typically I'm answering questions about movie trivia.
Yeah.
Other than the whatever that brother from another planet thing was.
And it's funny because I can't even complain because he totally got it right. Like a psychopath. Yeah, then this happened. So
You got the Midas touch on this thing.
God, yes.
Garth.
I mean, obviously, I should do one of the categories.
We got his comment late, but he probably sent that in before I explained why.
Sam, has anyone picked Sigourney Weaver ever? Is that like an untouched category?
Maybe I didn't want to go into the Video Chronic Little Mermaid quiz. Did you think about that?
I would.
I don't. Apparently, I don't know anything about Little Mermaid, which is such a bummer. I've seen that movie a million times.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember enough about it to do that.
Sam and
the movie came out the year he was born.
In the realm
what year did it come out?
89.
Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. This is the first question in the realm of Sigourney Weaver.
I'm the oldest young person I know.
Sigourney
Aliens.
Weaver plays the character Ellen Ripley in how many films in the Alien franchise?
4.
3?
That's correct.
4? Okay, never mind.
All right.
Yeah.
Question 2.
That fourth one, though.
Sigourney Weaver.
She's not playing Ellen Ripley. She's playing a clone.
Gorillas in the Mist.
Gorillas in the Mist.
We should have challenged.
Question 3.
I mean, technically,
2001 comedy Heartbreakers. Sigourney Weaver plays a woman
Jennifer Love Hewitt
with her daughter.
Yeah.
Who plays her daughter?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yes, it is.
That's one of those random movies that you remember that from, and you're like, why did I remember that movie?
Yeah, I've seen it one time.
Ethan,
You remember that detail?
That the title TV show revolves around in Galaxy Quest.
Name of the starship? Oh.
Do you need the 3-letter thing before it, or can I just say the Protector?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's such a flex. It's such a flex. He knew. Oh man. That's man. So yeah, that went poorly for me.
I mean, technically, the Alien Resurrection, she doesn't play Ripley. She plays the clone of Ripley.
That's what I'm saying. We should have challenged.
Yeah.
I wonder. I honestly, I kind of like if next time I see Christian, I want to ask if we would have won. I doubt it because it's so ticky tacky, and I don't like ticky tacky challenges. I think that's like completely.
Yeah.
I know it's like mind games, but me personally, I think that's just like lame. But still, I could have used the points at this point.
Your wheel is up.
I mean, sometimes you make those plays against like big players like Ethan.
Yeah, like I need those points.
Like the 1960s, or what do you mean by the 60s?
The 1860s? Yeah. Oh man, see that's about as ticky tacky as it gets.
Tom Hanks, that's a good one.
It's starting now.
You know, personally, there's so many like creep deep sneak movies with Tom Hanks.
What?
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right, here it is.
Yeah, I don't. She just did so many movies. He's done so many movies, and like you think you've seen all Tom Hanks' movies, but
you have. Yeah, there's so many he did in the '80s that I haven't seen that I need to catch up on. That I would probably lose. Oh, I was hoping you were about to get horror. I don't know how you are at horror, but I love horror. So
well, I'll tell you what, it would have been better than Opponent's Choice.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So it's kind of it felt like you're playing Michael Jordan, and then you got to play Michael Jordan with your hands tied behind your back. It's just like,
Sorry, that's a toughie.
man. And then he apologized because he's the sweetest man in the world.
What I'm thinking.
You tell me, because I don't know. I've only seen his one other match, so I do not know what his weaknesses are.
Yeah, so they're going to give you Tom Hanks.
I would.
That would be smart money.
We either give him the category he spun away from, Tom Hanks, since he wasn't sure about it, or since none of these young kids seem to know any movies pre-2000, we could give him 90s. Or we could lean into one of your other strains, and I don't want to say out loud, but I know you know what that is on the wheel.
It's true. I suppose
Disney movies.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go with Catherine Bigelow films.
Catherine Bigelow films. So Sam.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
That's a fun category.
Yeah, right. I was less than thrilled when it was Catherine Bigelow films. I mean, I've seen so many. She's another one. She's done so many movies.
All right, Mark.
Yeah.
All right, and as a bonus, you get my.
The problem with these questions is that they could ask you, like they did that Sigourney Weaver, what was the name of the starship in the show, in the movie that she was in?
Who plays Bodhi in 1991's Point Break?
Patrick Swayze.
It's Patrick Swayze. I was reeling from the spin right now.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. Okay. Thank God. I hate watching that. Just like, get it, you idiot. You know Patrick Swayze.
It's there. Pull it.
Yeah. That's like Point Break is like one of my favorite movies of all time. I was like, no, you have this. Stop, dude. Yeah.
Shut up, Jake.
Saw that guy like an hour ago.
Shut up, Jake.
It's a busy night.
Ray Fiennes.
Let's go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Bill Paxton?
No, not again. Am I still here? Am I the host now? Am I talking? Can people still hear me? Thanks, Garth. What should we talk about while they're gone? I'm still live. Okay. Hey, everybody. This is the Schmoedown replay with Vinnie Mancuso. You're seeing me get whooped by Ethan Erwin. He's up by, I think, 10 points at this point. As you saw, he scored. He spun spinner's choice. That was tough.
Jeez, I like again.
Did you get transported to the Red Room in Twin Peaks?
No, this is just off my phone now. So
I feel like this is somehow my
I can't
fault.
believe it. No, you're in New Jersey. You're not bringing like the LA rolling blackouts.
Nothing ever goes wrong in New Jersey. This has been well documented throughout history. I feel bad. I feel
this
bad.
actually does look kind of cool with like.
I was gonna say you should do this always. It's a baller ass red light. Sorry for cursing.
With all the red light here, hey, behind the scenes, they're coming to get us. The Schmoedown are coming to get us.
You guys are in the same place.
They don't like us at all. Robert's in the red light district. Yeah, absolutely. Good Lord.
So was that the second? It was just
here's the thing.
Another blackout.
Yeah. This is really testing our ability to be a family-friendly channel because every time that power goes out, we are like cursing up a storm over here.
I feel like it's gonna pop back in when you guys are just screaming curses.
Oh yeah, no. That luckily it's the show could be called RB3, the Rolling Blackout 3.
Blackout 3.
I mean,
it's only been 2 so far. Knock on wood. I think it's going.
Oh my gosh!
I think it's going great personally.
At this point, this is just getting silly.
Oh man, what are we?
Sucks.
No, we're family friendly. What are you doing? The sponsor.
Oh my god. I got to reboot our
oh man, I'll be here.
Router again. We're still live, so everyone's seeing like outside of my room into the living room and whatnot.
You've never given the tour before?
No, like the last time I had to do this and reboot the laptop as well. So, or not laptop, the router.
This is how the sausage gets made, everybody. It's not always roses and rainbows.
Hey, everyone, check that out. Does that picture look familiar?
That's cool. See, I don't even have any art up yet. I just moved in 2 weeks, like a week ago.
That's the picture that has adorned our reaction videos for like over a year. So.
Oh wow, very nice.
Anyways, this sausage is terrible.
Yeah, but we're getting it made one way or the other.
MTV Cribs with the Cinefanatics.
So here's our green screen.
There's our green screen wall right here. That we
Nice.
film a lot of stuff on.
I think this is interesting.
See, there's a green screen wall. There's where we film There's where we shoot tagline. It's our dining room with a bunch of blue curtains around. This is typically something we would say for our Patreon.
No, you're all getting it for free.
Yeah, Jake is like, I pissed all over that apartment. They didn't even know it yet. So there's Jake's chair that we're always talking. Anyone who's ever watching like our streams with Jake Iacovetta on there, and we're talking about Jake's chair, that's Jake's chair right there. So anyways, let's see if I can go back to my computer. And
anyways,
Oh,
This is incredible.
AC's still at the proper temperature. Good lord.
Oh man, as long as that holds, it doesn't even matter.
This is quite possibly. It's amazing because this is, in my opinion, nothing against the previous matches that we've done this to or previous guests that we've had. I'm having one of the funnest times on the replay with this episode.
If only there was
this
rolling
is the one that's
blackout.
going to crap the easiest.
I love it. It could have only honestly. This is like a good symbol of how my round 2 was going. It was just rolling blackouts, one after the other.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's still. Hold on. I gotta refocus the camera every time. Okay, dropping out. No, don't end the broadcast. That's not what I want to do. How do I get out of this?
Just close it out of your phone. Just exit out of the internet on your phone.
I guess I don't. Oh. Nope, that doesn't work.
Yeah, that was just darkness. We're so close to being back. Oh man, he's like struggling to come back. I've never seen that before. Oh my god, I just hurt myself.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Turn off your phone.
I'm trying to.
That was cool. I kind of liked that. Like we're in the
All right.
Phantom Zone.
No more power outages. Where is
Garth? That's correct. I do wish that.
Oh my god. Oh,
That
so
was
much
great.
fun.
That was
so
amazing.
much fun.
I saw your entire house.
And you just met us.
I know.
You're like, oh no.
By the way, guys, this is our first interaction with Vinny.
We just met.
ever.
We just met.
We haven't met like at Spectacular or I don't. Were you at the draft?
I was not at the draft.
Okay, so we haven't met at Spectacular or the draft or in Houston. All the times that people meet each other from the Schmoedown that used to exist before, again, the world ended and we had rolling blackouts here in Austin.
Oh man, I love it. I personally love it.
It's making for some entertaining content, to say the least.
What else could we ask for? Feed the content machine.
Oh, all right. Let's hurry up and make it through this before the power goes out again.
Right?
Let's get through this thing before you guys are in the dark again.
No, it's gonna happen again.
At this rate, yeah.
But at least we know how to come back from it. So
Patrick
I wish I stopped off at the liquor store before they
Diaz
closed
is correct for 2 points.
over an hour ago.
All right. Question number 2.
Oh man.
Just take a shot every time the power goes out.
Which Oscar nominee stars in the Bigelow film
Ray
Strange
Fiennes.
Days as Lenny Nero?
What sound is that?
Go.
Sounds like an ambulance.
Bill Paxton,
I am
D.
outside.
Willem
I
Dafoe,
don't know if you can. I don't know if you can
Ralph
tell that, but I am.
Fiennes, or D. Alfred Molina.
And Jersey City is a high crime area. Yeah, that sounds right.
Can you repeat the options?
Do that once.
Certainly can. That's your one usage of that.
I don't even remember what I say.
A. Bill Paxton. B. Willem
That's how much I know this answer.
C.
I don't
Ralph
remember what I
Fiennes,
get.
or D.
The
Alfred
only
Molina.
reason I'm guessing Ray Fiennes, I know he's in it.
D. Alfred Molina.
That is
Not
incorrect. So
I
you
just
can
remember
put
the
1
ads
point
from the
to
back of
opportunity
comic
to
books
repeat the
during the
question and
90s.
options.
That's how I remember
Or
most
Catherine
blockbuster
Bigelow,
covers
which
are
Oscar
huge.
nominee stars in the Bigelow film Strange Days as Lenny Nero. Is it A. Bill Paxton?
I remember the
B.
comic book
Willem
ad
Dafoe,
for
C.
Mallrats
Ralph
was one of
Fiennes,
those
or D.
magic
Alfred
eye
Molina?
things like Willem
Yeah.
is looking at.
Incredible.
So goes by Ray. I just call him the star of Strange Days. That is a big 1 point steal for Ethan.
It's another steal for
Attaboy,
Ethan. That is
Ethan.
correct. All right, here's the
Attaboy.
next one.
All right. Vinny, back to you for a possible 2 points. Your penultimate question.
I can see that.
Bigelow. In the Catherine Bigelow film,
Me and Drew, man, we go way back.
Oscar winner stars as award-winning poet Thomas James.
That I don't know.
The weight of water.
I'm gonna use being thrown off by the
Still multiple
blackouts
choice.
for not being able to answer any of these questions right now.
Is it A, Tim
Same.
Robbins, B, Sean Penn, C, Ethan Hawke, or D,
There
Ralph
was a
Klein?
storm outside during this match. Fun behind the scenes fact, which is why I
Can you repeat the question?
don't know anything about the weight of water.
Yeah,
I don't even
Bigelow.
heard of this movie. I know I'm
In
like
Catherine
revealing my
Bigelow film
weaknesses.
The Weight
But
of Water. Which Oscar winner stars
Never heard of
as
this
an
movie.
award-winning poet Thomas James?
You're revealing what you're gonna work on for next time.
yeah, go ahead. Put Catherine Bigelow on
Is it
there.
A, Tim Robbins,
All of me. I love
B,
Near
Sean
Dark.
Penn,
Near Dark
C,
is an
Ethan
incredible
Hawke, or
movie.
D,
Point
Ralph
Break is a
Klein?
fantastic movie. K-19, incredible movie.
Sean Penn.
That is correct for a point.
Nice.
I'm rushed through round
Hell yeah, that's
Yeah,
one.
how much time you
I
leave
love
for one question, yeah.
I love Elsa's pronunciation of Ray finds his name.
It's just not correct. Yeah,
Move on.
Ralph.
Last
Ref.
question, Vinny.
Ralph
In the world
finds.
of Catherine Bigelow, which DCEU
Oh, come on, can we stop that?
The DCEU thing.
Senior
It's like,
CIA supervisor.
that's so
in
many
Star
actors.
Trek.
It's not even good context. It's a good.
Is that Jeremy Renner? I'm still
Not
thinking
there.
Hurt Locker.
I like couldn't stop thinking Chris Pratt. Like knowing that he's in the MCU, I was like, well, he's in that movie.
Yeah.
Let's go multiple choice.
All right.
Say Jeremy Renner's
Mark Strong,
MCU also.
B, J.K. Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go Harry Lennox.
I didn't even notice it.
Jai Courtney.
Henry Links is not MCU.
J.K. Simmons.
DC.
Incorrect.
DC
So, Ethan, we go
Smarty.
back to you
Did
for
that
another
say
simple
DC?
one.
I
Yes.
thought it said MCU.
DC.
Which DCEU
Oh.
actor has?
Okay.
That's what I just told you. Jeremy Renner's not in the
Yeah, I'm
DCU.
gonna blame the blackout also.
Honestly, you guys are struggling with a lot right now. I understand. I totally get it.
Oh no, the blackout got to him. Oh no. All right.
Another.
Oh no.
He's the Chris Paul of steals in the Schmoedown because he's got it.
Oh, bounce back quick. There you go.
Big 2 points at Ethan Reed in Vinny's
Yeah,
category.
that question asked about a
Catherine
senior
Bigelow,
officer, so I just I assumed J.K. Simmons because he's the only like
Well,
one of those
before
answers
going
that's
to
an old person.
here's 17-8.
Mark Strong is like a
Erwin
ageless ball of white, so I guess he's probably like 50 years old.
We
But
now get to round
It's
number
great.
3, Mark.
The
Is he
rules of
50?
round number 3, where
How old is
10
Mark
points
Strong?
are a possibility per competitor, thus Vinny possibly being able to reclaim the lead, are as follows. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. We need
Mark Strong is 57 years old.
He's doing something right.
He looks fantastic. I was kidding.
Yeah.
Each one
How old is
corresponds
J.K.
to a
Simmons?
unique category of movie trivia Schmoedown.
He's
know-how.
got to be
First
60s.
question for 2 points.
J.K. Simmons has got some years behind those eyes.
55. Yeah, I was gonna say younger, but they're not that far apart in age.
Could
That's
see Vinny possibly taking
good for Mark
the lead
Strong.
over Ethan Erwin. But before we get there, we need numbers. And since Ethan enjoys a 9-point advantage, Ethan, your 3 numbers that you feel most fortunate about.
I'll do 17, 7, and 1.
No, we're so close.
For Vinny
That
and
wasn't us. That wasn't a blackout.
Is that me?
Second.
I don't know. That was just an overall like brain fart of the stream. We're
I was
fine.
so afraid. I was like,
Beautiful place to be in, my
is it
friend.
me?
I got so scared just now.
Not on us.
You're gonna watch
I know.
you're gonna watch the entire city go dark.
Back to you. I feel so good about
That would be more
playing,
intriguing than
and,
looking at our
That would
apartment.
I don't wanna
genuinely
waste your time,
terrifying.
man, so stay in the zone. Thanks.
All right.
All of a
Little
sudden,
did
like a
we
giant
know that-
creature just
Seconds
a
on
giant
the-
creature just starts taking over New York.
It just becomes Cloverfield. That'd be sick.
Little did we know that tonight was actually the night that it all ends.
He's just a man. He bleeds like everybody else. Still
Well,
plays
Vinny, I'm
back.
glad we got to share the end of the world with you.
Talking about that.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Clean it
Cut the
up. Make it
Cut
happen.
the
Kind of wish you had some margaritas too, but
Yeah,
All right.
So
So
one
Vinny
night.
is up. He needs to hit all 3 of
was up
these
and
questions, and we start here. Category 8 for the 2-pointer. Category 8, Vinny, you chose for your 2-pointer the realm of Tarantino.
Nice.
In Frozen.
Yeah,
Who plays
I wish.
DiCaprio's loyal house slave Steven in
Samuel
Django
Jackson.
Unchained?
yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson is correct for 2 points. All right. Vinny's still alive here as we get to the next one, which is category 2. Category 2, and that is in the realm of the 2010s. From 2010 to 2019. 3-pointer. Chris Buck and Jennifer
Oh, no.
Lee directed
No.
this 2010 Disney film.
No.
Oh my god. Oh man, just
Yeah, so not near as bad, but
the thing is, here we'll just I'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Whatever happens, happens.
Again, 2010
Oh, no.
movies. Category.
So
Chris
mad.
Buck and Jennifer Lee
Chris
directed
Buck and Jennifer Lee.
this 2010's
no, go away. My computer wants to update its Java. No,
Terrible time.
not right now.
There are rolling blackouts happening.
Five, 4,
3.
and your winner.
Oh, it was on that question too.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, it was.
Man, major props to you for doing after shows.
Yeah.
Frozen Vinny gonna remove.
Oh my god. So yeah, I was talking all that trash before the match. Said this guy's probably never even seen Frozen. And then I lost. The answer was Frozen. Oh my god. As soon as he said Frozen, I was like, well, that's embarrassing.
In the first round, you kind of off and it just
so
I mean, that is a funny thing to talk about as far kind of like what you did. You're like, okay, guys,
yeah,
pay attention to this.
Yeah.
It's going to come back later. That I mean, that fantastic.
There's it's it's a fun little bit of dramatic irony. I just, oh my god, it's just like in character. Like I'm
sorry.
Such a
But no, it was great.
jerk.
Bring it up here.
It was great,
And that's like me getting my comeuppance. Oh, it's such a bummer.
Sam, what did Ethan show you today?
So do they bring it up at all?
Coming off such an
They
emotional
don't, but
recently, and then
the comments did.
didn't show any rush.
Yeah.
As good of movie
It's fine. Like I deserve it. It's just like, oh, it's just a bummer because when I said the thing about Frozen, I was like, hell yeah, like great burn, like good banter. And karma just completely just came and hit me in the butt.
At the trading deadline.
It's all good. I
so thrilled.
Oh, really, Garth? Really?
Garth.
I deserve this. I deserve this.
Wants to study or not.
I did this to myself. I
truly believe
talking trash on Ethan Erwin. I should have just not done that. And he got. I think I got the Little Mermaid coach. Apparently, I'm just not as good. I talked all this trash about him not being good at animated, and then I got both animated questions wrong.
That super close match.
That's the game. That's
immediately get into this tournament.
It's gonna be a fun little anecdote later.
Kicking butt and taking names, and I'm thrilled to have
down the road when I'm hoisting the championship above my head.
Exactly.
First, before we even get into this, Ethan, next up, we have the dungeon yet again. Eric Zipper,
I am pulling for Zipper though.
He has really
I think people sleep on Zipper.
He was a great player when he came into the league, and he's just gotten that much better. TKO.
I think, yeah. I mean, I think he can make it.
Which not a lot of people saw coming. So,
I mean, you gotta play a heck of a game to beat Ethan Erwin. Like,
are you lucky that you don't have to smell Kaiser's?
You can't go to a multiple choice.
I
you
actually
kind of have to get a perfect round in round one. Like,
I miss it.
Yeah.
But I would say that.
And he's the dungeon's last one in the tournament now.
Reading up on the area,
yes.
watching
Yeah. Which is also a bummer.
Got an animated question today. I'm really proud of myself. But yeah, it was. I'm just gonna keep doing what I always do. But yeah, is he a little scary? Definitely scarier than the guy that when he first came onto the scene, for sure.
I thought he was gonna say definitely scarier than Vinny. I was like, damn, dude. Like,
you're
harsh.
It's like, okay, you won, man.
2 days from now, we see
it was a TKO. Goddamn.
Bateman and Merle will go for the title, and then the tournament starts in just about a month. The team's tournament, that is. So Andrew Guy, when he played Bateman,
that is going to be a team I'm interested in seeing, though. Is Erwin and Guy.
Changes.
I'm kind of curious if he
playing together
plays up that character again.
And by the way, Andrew Guy, one of the best.
Erwin's just a dude, like, and you don't want to throw him off his game.
Finals. So how confident are you?
It's going to be.
Team with
it's going to be really interesting.
Erwin, even though we are about a month.
I'm excited for the team tournament, though.
At the end of the day, Andrew Guy.
I wish I was in it, but I'm excited for it.
Teams.
Real quick, we forgot to mention at the top of this episode, because so many things have changed and we've gone through so much.
That was a different time, man. That was a different time in our life.
The before times.
But if y'all have any questions in the chat, make sure to drop those questions. And there is the Streamlabs that's up there above my brother's head. Drop in the questions there with some dollars behind it so we can continue to pay our electric bill.
A little regroup session and figure out exactly what the strategy was for him and Ethan to go forward. And
This is going to be the infamous Cinefanatic Schmoedown replay
blackout episode with Vinnie Mancuso. I kind of love it.
It gives a character.
Just gonna watch myself lose again.
I think you should really just change the title of the show.
No matter how good of a player you are.
The title of this episode.
Blackout.
He made it to
Try on replay Blackout edition
of the matches. He had to, win that little play-in match. So, as far as I'm concerned, this was round 2 for him, and he was a heck of a player, and he put up a great fight. And I expect to see.
That's fantastic.
Classy victory as we have both Sam Levine and Ethan Erwin. Congratulations. We'll see you in the next round against Eric Zipper. Sam and Erwin. Erwin picking up 4 big points for the suspects as they advance to round number 2.
He's very good at movie trivia.
And now we're going to bring back the ice pick. Look, this was like they said.
I'm telling you, it's a real Margarita. I swear to God, it's a real Margarita.
You had him you struck first blood there in that first round. Did you think that you were able to? Was it the second round that threw you off there when he gave you Catherine Bigelow?
I mean, listen. As soon as he got what was it? Opponent's choice, a little worrisome. As soon as I spun whatever, pretty worrisome. I mean, it doesn't go worse than that. The only thing, my friggin' roof could have collapsed. It would have been about the same luck. Like, that's just,
the power could have went out or something like that.
What's his face?
Nobody's power goes out on a stream.
live on a stream. That's absurd.
That's not professional at all.
The worst thing that could possibly ever happen to a person. I can't imagine.
How would you recover? From that?
Much less twice.
Words, but I'm going to ask you a question now, and you can feel free to pass this baton.
Sigourney Kaiser, that's fantastic.
Because the query is thus: we've seen a lot of team members and faction mates.
You got Don't Panic tattooed.
I do. It's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Eric Zipper has the same tattoo. Actually, we have matching tattoos, and we did not. I swear we did not mean to do that. We didn't know each other until 6 months ago.
He has it down like his forearm.
It's a little different, but it's in the same spot.
For you guys.
I'm rooting for them. Zipper and Whip. I think they're gonna go far.
Guy Erwin, and we got to go up against that.
That needs to be a thing now. If you want to be in the dungeon, you have to get "Don't Panic" tattooed on your arm.
Anywhere on your body doesn't. I'm not picky. About what you get tattooed. Just proof.
Kaiser's the type of person he'll get it tattooed on his butt.
I'm fine with it as long as he proves it on the show.
We train the way we prep.
I mean, that works for Smets also. He's having a kiddo, right?
Right now.
Yeah, he did. Smets just got married. He's doing great.
Smets is the type of person he'll get it tattooed right across the chest,
just like on his forehead. Just like I don't care.
Damaged. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Keyword there. Get my hair washed. I don't wash my own hair.
I didn't think so. Can you tell me about
Video Drew will get it tattooed on one of her dolls?
She might already have it. She's got a lot of
She probably actually already has it.
It's just in a language that only she understands.
Bring back and tell Zip.
Well, look, we
upside down, backwards, mirrored in a different font.
And not for nothing, we played a
At least you didn't miss the Fiddler on the Roof question with that poster behind you.
I got the best.
I've thought about that. You know how people play with like Blu-rays behind them? I think that's kind of cheating. Like you have
potentially
you have a whole wall of movie titles behind you. If it's on the tip of your tongue and you know it's right behind you,
that person who's going to beat Zip.
Just saying. I'm not accusing anyone of cheating.
I know the posters behind me, this poster is Shawshank Redemption. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but Shawshank Redemption and Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And
And all he
I remember
contributed-
we were doing a Schmoedown reaction, and one of the questions was like, "Who directed the Shawshank Redemption?" My favorite movie of all time, but I had a complete brain fart, and it used to be where I just showed everyone where the green screen was on our wall. I used to have these posters hanging right there.
Yeah, Christian, would you mind?
So all I had to do was just look up from the couch over at that wall. Oh yeah,
I think that's a possibility. If it's on the tip of your tongue and you know where it is.
Manager in a match now that you've
I didn't want to, but I mean, it's right there in front of me. So
and you'll never blink on that name again.
I don't want to cheat.
I honestly did not notice that they were different people.
So if you're trying to remember Frank Darabont, you got to remember Erect.
Hey, Mark, by the way, we know PT Cruiser across from Church's Chicken. So
Man,
watch your back.
Full
Watch your back.
circle.
Information.
This has been a wild, truly wild reaction for you.
Kaiser. Look,
we made it.
Our streams are not normally this entertaining, y'all.
We made it to only 2 rolling blackouts. That's pretty good.
Hey, the stream's not over yet, Vinny. Just give it a second.
There was one scare where I was definitely frozen for a hot second.
But you can tell Vinny's locked in, and I think Vinny's got a big future in the league, and Vinny will probably wind up being one of those guys that go, "Hey, remember? Look, Mike Kalinowski is
Drew's sister is a tattoo artist. So.
There
you go.
And lost. Mike Kalinowski became one of the big
Garth, Tara Boner.
Fantastic. Give that man some sort of award.
It's just a matter of
now I'm gonna like blurt Dara Boner during a match and just like I'm
and
sorry.
Garth's gonna be in the chat going, yes.
That's right. Give him the point. Give him the point.
He got it right.
That's
right.
Their victory. And if he can keep doing this, if he can keep winning, whether it is knockout or just a 3 in general, he gets them
I swear to
back
God, y'all. I mean, we have movie knowledge. We want to be taken seriously.
But you got to do what you got to do to remember this stuff.
It's not, Christian. I think that Ethan Erwin, we'll start with him. I think that he is always going to be a threat to win a match, a tournament, whatever sort of landscape
He's
you want to put
very
it.
good at movie trivia. I cannot deny this.
Going to become the victor, but he's playing against a new, more confident, better all-around game player, Eric Zipper. So that's not a given. And I will share your sense.
I don't know if that's even been filmed yet, but
Picks attitude, just because I think I look at him like
I want Zipper to win so bad.
You may not even.
He deserves it.
He's got the
Yeah, you know how big that would be for Zipper if he beats Ethan Erwin.
He incredible. I want to have him for that. I have no idea when that match is, but oh my God, I want that to be. I want that. I mean, nobody thought he was going to beat Preston either. We did. We knew, but like
so this match had everything.
I didn't see a single bracket that had him winning, and he TKO'd him. So
that one I would think was pretty close, especially after watching Zipper go through IG. We're like, okay, he's definitely upped his game.
Yeah, and he wants it. Like he is zeroed in on this. He really wants this bad.
Collins, the Coyote.
Oh, hey, look, I can do the thumbnail for tomorrow's match.
Outlaw John.
What's the weather looking like tomorrow?
Rainy.
To the second round, or will the new rookie come to show up and knock Roca?
You think that becomes
then this Friday?
Oh, what was it? Upset of the year if Zipper beats Erwin.
The big match. That's right.
Probably.
That could be pretty close up there.
Round 2 tournament. Like it's not even deep in the tournament. Like
Dan Murrell defends his title against the man he won.
I think right now
I could believe that happening though. Yeah.
Ben Bateman, fresh off of his victory.
Zipper's been practicing. He's been studying.
What an event it will be. What an event. What tournament.
I think if Ethan has like any slip ups, like Zipper's like zeroed in. So like he'll hopefully he doesn't get both opponent's choice and spinner's choice in round 2 because that is tough to overcome.
For one more scintillating.
Garth, you already made that joke tonight. I mean, come on.
Keep it going. It's a goal. It's gold. It never gets old.
Schmoedown Facebook group. That's where all the fans get their licks in and talk.
I don't know who's more on fire, Garth with these little quips or our router.
Straight up. Yeah. I've never formally met Garth, but we've run into each other on plenty of stream, and he is a funny guy.
Well,
yeah, Garth is good.
All right, guys. So thank you for joining us today for Mark Baby Carrots, Randy. See you guys next time.
How dare you?
Even how much fun those two guys have doing this.
Even they fell off the rails at the end. It's awesome.
Yeah. So that's my round 2 match. That's the TKO around the world. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Not my favorite day ever.
That's a good match, though. I mean, going that far into round 3 with someone like Ethan Erwin, I mean, there's nothing to hang your head about that. That's still, you went 3 rounds.
Yeah, I was worried about I was definitely worried about the KO in that second round, especially when he got opponent's choice. And I mean, I'm already playing Ethan Erwin. I get those spins. It's just like, it would have been like the craziest win, like, of the year, maybe ever. So like, I didn't pull off the biggest upset of all time. That's a bummer, but I'll be back. Maybe not this year, but I'll be back.
You think odds would have changed if they picked Tom Hanks for you instead of Catherine Bigelow?
I don't know. I was funny, but while they were discussing it, they were like, "Oh, maybe give him 90s," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Give me 90s." Yeah, I think I would have done fine in 90s. Maybe, I probably would have done better in Tom Hanks too. It's just now that they're doing like, I don't know, writing questions, director questions, producer questions. It's not just like, you know, Sleepless in Seattle questions anymore, especially because it's been spun so many times. And he's just one of those dudes. He has movies that you're like, when the hell was Tom Hanks in that movie? It's just, I don't know. It's looking back, yeah, probably should.
Yeah.
But hindsight is 2020. Now I know.
It's gonna end up being like what.
Hindsight's 2020. Hindsight sucks.
Yeah, hindsight is exactly like 2020. And it's also honestly another like very ironic thing that happened in that match is like right before I spun opponent's choice, Kaiser was like, finally one of my players listens to me and spins again. I spun opponent's choice. So yeah, we were just getting thrown around in the match, and ironically, just by karma the entire time. It was not our day. Not our day, but I'm still happy to be in the dungeon. I love being in the dungeon. Those are all great dudes and dudettes in Drew's case. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for the rest of the year. I don't even know how much of the season is left, but
I mean, it definitely, like, as a faction goes, it definitely feels like a right fit for you based on what we've seen.
I tell Kaiser all the time, I'm like, I don't know if I would have like even agreed to do this if I wasn't in the dungeon, because I told this story on something else I was in. I wasn't really like into the idea of doing the Schmoedown. And then I got a notification like, you got drafted, and I was like, what? I did. And I went out with Kaiser and Owen Mugen, my tag team partner, and I like just to like talk about it. And we were supposed to hang out for like an hour. We ended up hanging out for like 4 hours and just getting like wasted. And like it went from me being like, I don't know if I want to do this, to like, I will do anything you want me to do, Kaiser. I will die for the dungeon. Like it's one of those things where like we went from just like, oh, nice to meet you, to like arms around each other, like, I love you, man. Whatever you want me to do. So he really convinced me to like do it and like commit to it. And he really
hamburgers.
Yeah. What?
Did he bring the hamburgers?
I haven't had a dungeon hamburger yet. I feel like that's why I didn't beat Ethan. I feel like I don't have the full power of the dungeon yet. But
it's like Papa eating his spinach.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want a dungeon hamburger, just go through the McDonald's drive-thru. Because that's what he brought to Spectacular.
Yeah, I don't think it's very hard to recreate the dungeon hamburger. It probably costs like 99 cents. Yeah. But yeah, I am so bummed there's no live events. I'm so bummed that the free for all got canceled. It's just I was just getting into this when everything got canceled. I was hyped for the free for all. I was hyped for everything. So we'll see.
This gets me excited for next year, though. I mean, I've said these on like streams before. Assuming by summer of next year we should be back in studio type stuff and all that. So
yeah, hopefully. I mean, God, I don't want to get my hopes up for literally anything this year, but
right.
Yeah, this time next year, hopefully we're back at it, and I can fly out to LA, do some things. And it's cool that we're doing these online matches because maybe we can just keep doing them for out of town people, but.
Yeah, I think that is actually setting a precedent. I think they've talked about it before. Like it's a possibility if we've got like a bunch of people who are out of town, instead of having them all fly to the studio and pay for flights or what have you. Just do it online.
We'll see. I don't want to make any guesses for the future. If 2020 is anything to go on, I want to be like, oh yeah, everything be fine by next summer. That's sort of like
2020 is the trailer for 2021.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to make any promises.
there's a part of me that really enjoyed being like in the studio playing, and I want him to have that experience also. But at the same time, it's much easier for us to be drafted and play matches if we're able to do this virtually like this.
Yeah, I feel like it would open up more, like people who, like people from the families, people like you guys who host reactions, like where there wouldn't be an opportunity there normally. Now it's like, if we're gonna keep doing this thing, people from all over the world can do this. So I don't want to hint and say that the pandemic was a good thing, but like that's gonna be like the headline. Vinnie Mancuso endorses the pandemic, but I'm just saying, like, it's really cool how they figured out how to do this and like the opportunities, and like I'm just happy to get more matches. I thought my year was done. I thought I was gonna be one and done and never play again. But I got 2 more matches, and who knows what the rest of the year will happen. They've been popping out these tournaments like nothing, so we'll see what happens for the rest of the year.
Assuming that you don't have anything more the rest of this year, you feel pretty good about your prospects going into next year, as far as being able to commit to the game, play the game, and how you feel about it. Yeah,
I feel like when I first started doing it, I was just like not taking it seriously at all, and I think that showed in my first match. But then when I like started doing the singles tournament, I was like, I would like really enjoy winning a match. That might be fun. So I like started taking it seriously, and then I won that first match, and I was like, whoa, wouldn't it be cool if I beat Ethan Erwin? So I started taking it like really seriously, and I feel like having all this time now, like I feel like next year, if there is a next year, I'll actually be like playing the game. Like this year I was like introduced to it and getting my footing and learning that, I probably should like look at some IMDb pages before the match. But I'm like pretty excited for next year, because like next year this was a pretty tough rookie year coming in, and like then just getting one match and then 6 months later getting another match. But I'm excited for next year, and I hope I'm still in the dungeon, because where else would I be?
Yeah. It's gonna be exciting. Gonna be an exciting time. I love it. Hold on. Cut to the video next semester scenes from Maddox right here.
That's what I'm expecting at this point. I mean,
honestly, at this point, that's almost better than what we're doing now. Like, let's just cut to it. Like this is boring. We're all locked inside. Let's get to the post-apocalypse. I'll get hooked up to a machine or whatever, because I won't be like doing well, but it's better than this.
Enough of all this. Just give me a guitar that shoots fire out of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's way more interesting than I know.
What a lovely day! What a lovely day!
He sounds like he's having a great time. Like it's better than this.
I haven't gotten up and walked outside and been like, oh, it's a lovely day.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lovely day in at least 6 months. So yeah, hell yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. Let's cut out the middleman and get right to Fury Road.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this has been so much fun, even with the blackouts.
I can't believe we made it to the end.
Oh, again, we're still not technically at the end. You still got to plug stuff. So those of y'all in the chat, if y'all have any questions, drop those questions in real quick. We are wrapping this up. Vinny, while we're waiting for them to do that, go ahead and drop those plugs that we were just talking about.
So I'm at Jesus, what's my Twitter handle? Oh, at Vinnie Mancuso 1 on Twitter. Boom, there it is. And then I'm at Collider. Collider still exists, trust me. And I work there and I write there every day, and you can find my work there. That's pretty much it. That's my entire existence on the internet.
Nice. And there's not been any more questions since then.
We covered it. We got to everything.
You don't have a Patreon or something?
Unfortunately, I don't. Maybe I should start making stuff up.
Just for these circumstances, just
here, let me make a Patreon, Rob. I'll come back.
If you want to plug anything else, this is where I live. This is the view from behind.
You want a tour of my apartment now?
I mean,
my recommendations on Netflix right now.
Yeah, here's what's currently streaming.
The only thing I'm worried about is if we let this go any much longer, we will see the third blackout. So I'm trying hard not to.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, and of course,
there he is. Thank you
for all
you do, sir.
Yeah. Oh, Anyways, this has been a fantastic episode, and that's just one word that begins with F that could describe this episode. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up before the electricity wraps it up for us. Make sure you follow us, the Cinefanatics. We are at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. There's also Chris Adams MLP, Robert Adams MLP, Twitter and Instagram as well. Make sure you come back Tuesday nights for the Tagline. That is our show where we talk about movies and whatnot. Hopefully that doesn't get disturbed by a power outage, because that's our flagship show right there. So
there's no coming back on that one if that happens.
Yeah, no, there's not. That's Tuesday nights right now at 9 p.m. Central Time because of doing Schmoedown 4 times a week. That's where we are at with Tagline. There is Schmoedown replay. We do have the episode tomorrow night, which is Adam Collins versus John Roca. So make sure you come back tomorrow night. That'll be at 9 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Pacific, and 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm really glad that we're doing these because it's helping me learn my time zones so much better. So therefore, make sure y'all come back for all of that. Okay, I'll go ahead and allow this one, but Garth's got a question. Will you work sexual keywords into your study habits for memory recall?
I mean, I did get a question wrong about Scott Buck, so if you can come up with one for that.
Oh, okay.
What could it possibly be for Scott Buck?
Dumps like a truck.
Guys like what?
Anyway.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for tonight. Make sure you'll hop on the Patreon, patreon.com/Cinefanatics. I believe this weekend we are doing the watch along for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So if you are at the $10 tier on Patreon, you can join us for that watch along because this is going to be a lot of fun. I can already tell we're going to have a blast with that one. So come back for that this Saturday. And yeah, I think that's about it. So y'all got anything else to say?
Good.
Cool.
All
nailed
set.
it.
Well, that's gonna do it.
No problems.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. So I'd like to thank everyone in the chat who's been sticking with us this entire time. This has been a fun episode. So okay, Garth, even though you're editing it, I'm not calling that one up, but that's a good one too.
Oh man.
Yeah. So thank y'all for watching and sticking with us this episode. It's been a lot of fun given the circumstances, but I've had a blast. Thank you, Vinny, for coming on during this, given the circumstances. So,
it was a great
I hope this doesn't deter you from coming back to it.
Thank you for showing me your entire apartment. I really enjoyed it.
Anyways, again, thank y'all for watching. As for my brother, as for myself, as for Vinny, y'all all have a great night. We will see y'all tomorrow night. Good night.